A very good afternoon and welcome to another exciting edition of Trendz. I go by the name of Selepa Maifadi, and for the next 60 minutes, we'll be giving you the latest art and entertainment news in and around the continent. A lot has happened this past week in the entertainment streets, and as you know, I do not come by myself. Nadia Adams is standing by with the social media news. This month, we are commemorating the Youth Month, and celebrating the youth of 1976 by taking a look at young industry makers in South Africa. We have a lot of great content coming your way today. We are kickstarting the youth edition with the newly crowned Miss South Africa. The beautiful young doctor in training graced the Times Square Arena stage in Pretoria this past Sunday, which also marked 60 years of this pageant, making it the year of the Diamond Jubilee. Take a look.
The winner of Miss South Africa 2018 is
It's been a week since Tamron Green took the title of Miss South Africa 2018. Take a look as we take an in-depth look into the pageant. The Miss South Africa pageant celebrates 60 years of beauty, elegance and pizzazz. And while the question of whether the competition is still relevant resonates, 60 women have gone on to make the country proud, while 5 of them brought home international titles. Many of these hometown girls turned fashionistas graced this year's red carpet in honor of how far the pageant has come. Let's hear from some past beauty queens and how the pageant has elevated them years after their reign.
You know, Miss South Africa creates a phenomenal platform for any young woman. Remember, I was a 20-year-old that was catapulted to a national stage, and truly, Miss South Africa afforded me so many opportunities that I would have never had. Today, I'm a broadcaster, I'm a content producer, and it's because of Miss South Africa and the exposure that it gave me that I've created jobs. I'm an employer of hundreds of people, and so it's really what you do with the title post the year of reign that really matters, and how you can impact a greater collective.
It is probably the most relevant platform for young women because it's not something that is focused on just one craft or one skill set. These girls get tried and tested on every aspect of their lives, their character, their integrity, their value system, what they stand for, how they view their country and how much they love their country. And I think that's why Miss South Africa is probably the most relevant platform for women, because it is one of those things that look at what our role in society is holistically. It's not just about being a great TV presenter, it's about having the whole package and actually being able to put your character behind it as well.
You have such a platform to actually stand for what you believe in as a young woman. You have the responsibility to be a role model for those looking up to you, and you can make a difference on a greater scale than you would have beforehand. So I believe that Miss South Africa is really in a fortunate position, but it is such a responsibility because you'll always be an ex-Miss South Africa or an ex-Miss World.
Miss South Africa created such a powerful platform for me personally to be able to speak up and really make a meaningful difference on things that I am passionate about and things that I want to achieve and that I want to talk about. I went through a hijack earlier last year, and that gave me the opportunity to host workshops all over South Africa with my Unbreakable campaign, empowering women with skills and knowledge on how to handle unwanted and difficult situations like that. And that has grown so phenomenally. Now being Miss Universe, I have a global platform, and Unbreakable is just growing day by day, and I'm so excited to see what will happen with it.
Fashion is top priority at any Miss South Africa spectacular, and rest assured everyone was dressed to impress. And finally, we hear from our beautiful Miss South Africa moments after her crowning.
As a little girl, I always just dreamed of helping people and giving back. And I always had the dream of firstly being a doctor. And I used to grow up watching the Miss South Africa pageant, and I always just looked at the beauty and the grace, and I always thought, wow, I want to be that. But then I grew up, and while I was studying medicine, while I was at school, I saw that Miss South Africa provides a different way of helping people and giving back. And 30 minutes before tonight, I was a 6th-year medical student. I was almost there, almost qualified, and I was going to help in that way. I was going to help through medicine. And now I can do both. And that is amazing. This is a different way of doing everything that I aspire to do, and I'm just really excited to do that. And I really want to contribute to reconstructing a better South Africa.
So we're out here with some friends of Miss South Africa 2018, Tamron Green. Guys, a shout out for Miss South Africa.
Wow. That looked like an interesting one. So because, you know, where there is a red carpet, we definitely have to make sure that we have a fashion police on our show to unpack some of the outfits, the hits and misses. And of course, today we have Princess and Troy to unpack all those outfits for us. Welcome to Trendz, guys.
Thank you
for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So did you guys watch Miss SA? What did you guys think of the overall looks that we saw for the Diamond Jubilee?
For the Diamond Jubilee.
I just think, I mean, this time, you know, people tried and they learned their lesson. You know, because there's just been a whole lot of things happening. But people are trying now. Although, you know, I feel like the new artists as well are still trying to find their feet.
Yeah.
So in terms of how they need to look like, can be a bit challenging.
Absolutely. I believe that Miss SA is a very prestigious event. I mean, people really did come looking amazing. Most of the people I've seen really did come looking amazing.
Look at that.
Came to the party. I mean, look at that. Look at that. How amazing.
That is a beautiful dress, right?
Amazing, yes.
So what do you think? Is that something kind of outfits that we could be rocking to a pageant, or are they more for award evenings? Look at Karishni in this one.
This is Karishni, amazing. This is perfect for a red carpet of this stature.
Yeah.
It's Miss SA. It's nothing, you know, below the bar. It's above the bar.
It
so
has
you have
to
to
be
come
Met Gala vibes.
Met Gala vibes.
Okay.
And you know, you need to come looking the part.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so now we're going to go into the outfit.
Yes.
Because, you know, there's a lot of shade. You know, there's been a lot of shade coming in, especially about Lady Zamar. Like, a lot of people have been having her for the outfit that she wore. You know. What do you guys think of that? But what I've seen, she's always been wearing, what is this?
Onesies, jumpsuits.
Jumpsuits. She's always in a jumpsuit.
You know, here's the...
what do you rate?
Here's the thing, I rate a good 2 out of 10. 2 just for effort. But here's the thing about Lady Zamar, she's never had it right. This just gave her a platform to show people that, you don't have it.
Yeah, but maybe just that her designer just likes, and maybe she likes jumpsuits, or maybe that's her trend.
You know, I just think that, I mean, we had this talk, you know, about stylists. We always have the talk that you need to have a stylist that you can say yes to. Whatever they put together, you're able to say no or yes. And from what I've seen, she looks like she didn't have an opinion, or because, I mean, I don't know.
She did have an opinion. She did. Every artist has an opinion. So she consults a designer. To dress
and the designer just said, okay, this is perfect.
Yes, the designer failed her.
Shame.
Dismally
she failed herself for saying yes to that.
Let's look at this picture. Do you think we could try some of these dresses for our award evenings? Maybe tonight, maybe we could rock some of these for the summers. What do you rate? Yay, nay?
Of course. Yay.
Absolutely. Here's what Miss SA did differently this year. They gave designers a platform to design a dress for each contestant. So most designers just came up with a creative, lovely concept for just the pageant on the day, and they brought it. I mean,
they
were
did.
The likes
this
of
time,
Mudutle.
It's
so amazing.
They did the most.
Yes, they did the most.
That's what I was saying earlier, that people are just like, taking things seriously now, their careers, and now they understand that fashion comes with the art.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say you're a celebrity but don't look the part. You know what I mean?
So are we bringing back the tassel thing and the off-cuts? Okay, we've already moved on to the next one. But what do you think of like putting in things together? Like you have a slit and it's a boob tube and it's hanging. How do we put all those things together?
Tacky. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
You're not feeling it?
You know why? I mean, you should know. There are certain things that you can't do. You can't, and just be naked. Just be naked. And this is not just any other event, but it's that event.
Yeah, but she was on the runway, so I think maybe that's why, because she was in the pageant, a contestant in the pageant.
It's revealing too much skin. And it's too tight.
Okay.
Choose.
I beg to differ there.
Yeah.
I love this dress
It's
simply
a beautiful
because
dress.
yes, it's a beautiful dress. She's on the runway. The slit is because she needs to walk.
Okay,
you
so
don't
to
want to be
open up
tripping.
To walk. Okay.
Yes, you don't want to be
so
tripping
what about
on the
those
ramp.
who don't have a slit?
Most of them had slits.
So definitely a tip for the psalmist: get a slit.
Get
a
slit
slit,
so that you walk.
Okay,
and,
let's see the next picture.
Yes.
Okay. Are we? Is this a trend that's gonna stay? The whole see-through thing, but not revealing, but not really.
I wouldn't call it a trend. It's a beautiful dress, and like I say, I mean, you need to show some skin.
Yeah.
And the safest way to show some skin is using,
lace.
lace.
Mesh,
Yeah. Some people really don't want to show too much of their body.
Yeah.
So this is a safer way. So it will never be. We'll never call it a trend, really.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and Mugele did had a lot of outfits that she was wearing this weekend. Being the host, Bonang Mateva, she literally had how many outfits? Four outfits.
About 4.
I mean, okay. There's Anele. Ooh, are we?
Nice.
Yeah. What do you rate? Yay or nay?
It's a yay. It's a yay. Anele always puts in the effort, and for a fully figured woman, she's
gorgeous,
absolutely stunning. She looks absolutely stunning. She's always got it. So
she's,
for me.
She was sticking to the diamond jubilee.
Yes, to the diamond jubilee theme. Correct.
The sparkle.
Yeah.
Okay, we see the sparkle. We're hoping we'll see Bonang. I just want to see Mugele, because Mugele, you see, Mugele just the queen.
Throwing rocks, baby.
Yes. I mean,
looks good.
all her outfits were fab, right?
All of them. This was the first outfit, the opening
Yeah.
outfit, and I remember when she walked out, everyone was screaming.
It was
everyone went
breathtaking.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's breathtaking.
Gorgeous.
She loves the color red, and it looks amazing on her. And I love how she constantly reinvents her style in the color red. So she constantly does red, but differently so. And the crown just, gave it a whole, different element to it. She looks absolutely stunning.
Ooh, in the royal blue?
Absolutely.
That's my favorite.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite.
She couldn't even take it off. Did you see her snap? She was like, she can't take it off because she loves the dress so much.
Stunning.
Yeah,
the earrings.
Beautiful dress. So, but how do you feel about blue on blue, red on red, like what you're wearing with the same color accessories?
Bonang does that.
Can we try it?
She does yellow shoes and a yellow top. Yep. She's old school like that.
Can we try it?
Of course, we got it, girl.
Absolutely.
I mean, you wearing a red shirt and red nails.
Yeah, but I'm wearing red shoes.
So here's the thing, right? It's a trend.
Okay.
The whole monochrome vibes.
Yeah.
So you can do it at home. You can do it wherever you want to do it.
So it's
you can do it. It's
casual, formal. It's a safe. Yeah.
Yes, it's safe.
Safe.
Yeah. Well, we have to take a break. Oh, also, Osipasi was also looking absolutely amazing.
I'm not happy.
No?
I'm not happy.
You don't rate?
No.
Why are you like this?
No.
Princess?
She could have done better.
Yes?
You're even just going mute on me. Like, okay, you're not feeling it?
The bottom part is nice.
It's got that vintage thing.
Who's next? It
looks like a
Nobody's next, because if there's always someone next, then we're not going to finish. But luckily for us, we have you guys in studio again next week to unpack the summers with us. And there's going to be a whole lot of hits and misses in that, so we can't wait for that.
Wait.
So let's take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
corruption both in the public and the private sectors needs to be combated.
Where there are clear cases of wrong that has been done, that must commence immediately.
Something is being done about corruption in our country.
Currency, even although it's strengthened dramatically after the ANC's recent elective conference, could conceivably go stronger yet.
He had a soul that would not be for sale.
Stay tuned to Your World for your final news roundup, Monday to Sunday at 21:30.
Shervin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.
Paul Barber, SABC News, London.
Ntebo Mokobo, SABC Ufa go tswa mo Russia.
Neha Punya, SABC News, Saharanpur in Uttar Pradesh in India.
Other than that, I've enjoyed every single moment of it.
Takwana Ngatani, SABC News, Soweto, Johannesburg.
The Miss South Africa spectacular that took place last Sunday was definitely one for the books, honouring 60 years and all. And of course, Twitter was abuzz, and newly crowned Tamron Green was definitely the crowd favourite. But Queen Bee also rocked the show with her amazing outfit, so let's look at what some of the fans had to say. Just waiting for the tweets to come up. Okay, so Miss South Africa's been travelling around the country since her crowning. So she's saying thank you for the royal treatment of our Miss South Africa, Tamron Green, at the Table Bay Hotel in Cape Town. Can't wait to visit Oscar again soon.
So Nadia, this was trending for a while, right? Like Miss SA trended for the whole week. So now tell us about some of the things. What was it trending for? Because we know Bonang was trending and a whole lot more.
Well, you know, I think there's this thing of, is the competition still relevant? But seeing as Demi took the Miss Universe crown last year, I think it's elevated the pageant quite a bit. And that's why this hashtag Miss SA 2018 has been trending. Also, Tamron was a huge crowd favorite. Everybody loved her. If you were there, you'd hear people screaming her name, Tamron, Tamron, Tamron. So the fact that she won, I think also is a big contributor to why it's been trending so much.
So still, people are still questioning if it's rigged or not?
I don't think so. I mean, I really don't think
Kumbulani enjoyed it so much. She said, had to repeat Miss South Africa. You rocked the whole show, B. You were dazzling and slaying. Talking about Bonang Matebe, of course. I mean, those outfits, what do you think?
Beautiful. That black and gold one that they had, that was my personal favorite.
I must say, I also love the blue. Like, the royal blue was a favorite for me.
People still praising Bonang.
Okay.
Watching the repeat of Miss SA 2018 is like I'm watching it for the first time. Wow, at Bonang M, you did a great job, darling. Hashtag, we love you, Bonang.
Wow, they're giving her so much love out there, hey?
Too much love.
Do we have more tweets? So yeah, besides that, it was all the shade that Lady Zamar had on this week. So for now, where are we wrapping off to? Oh, the internationally acclaimed 5-time Grammy Award-winning Ladysmith Black Mambazo is with us in studio. What they're going to be doing is they're going to be performing for us just before they sit down with us. Listen to this performance.
All over the world, all women are beautiful. All over the world, all women are beautiful. The east, the north, the south, the west, all over the world. wonke umhlaba jikelele wonke umhlaba jikelele wonke umhlaba jikelele hey madoda xa sezinyani madla amantombazana umhlaba wonke ayasikhulumela iqiniso xa sezinyani madla amantombazana umhlaba wonke jikelele wonke umhlaba jikelele wonke umhlaba jikelele wonke umhlaba jikelele wonke umhlaba the east and north the south the west all women are beautiful the east and north the south the west all women are beautiful the east and north the south the west all women are beautiful all women are beautiful all women are beautiful jikelele we jikelele we all women are beautiful all women are beautiful my mother you are so beautiful my grandmother you are beautiful my sister my daughter you are beautiful jikelele we jikelele we all women are beautiful jikelele awahamba we uqeda umhlaba wonke jikelele all over the world all women are beautiful.
Beautiful performance by Ladysmith Black Mambazo. This 5 Grammy Award winning group is going to be sitting down with us in a couple of minutes, so you really don't want to miss this. Winter is officially here, bringing with it bitterly cold weather conditions, and for some the chill takes a toll on skin and hair. Just in case you have the same problem, this next insert will give you a heads up on how to keep the winter blues at bay. Take a look. It's official. Autumn is already in full swing. With every season, hair care as well as skin grooming routines change. And for this autumn-winter season, beauty mavens have spoken, taking us through 3 beauty causes on how to keep the hair healthy and skin glowing. First, we were introduced to the Medisculpt Illumination LED face mask treatment that promises to leave the skin feeling renewed.
The machine that we are demonstrating today is called the LED facial mask, and what's beautiful about this mask is that it is non-invasive. The main function is anti-aging, and that's when we actually have it on the red light. We also have 2 other settings, the blue light and the purple light. The blue light is actually mainly for acne, so if you're not too keen on going onto antibiotics or any aggressive skincare for acne, this is actually a very good treatment to treat that type of skin. And the final light is actually a purple light, and we're using that mainly to detoxify the skin. So if you have a really good skin and you want that extra glow, so this is the perfect treatment for that. We actually combine this treatment with oxygen so that you have this nice, 100% oxygen flow to the skin, and what that helps with is to actually remove the free radicals.
The next tutorial was for hair. Tips on how to give your hair the best tender love and care were shared.
Obviously starting from the base of the hair and wrapping the hair around. So it's
really important that we prime our hair before we actually style our hair with a flat iron or a curling one. And by priming our hair, what I mean is we should use a leave-in treatment or a serum that's quite thick and nourishing for the hair. So you give your hair food before you actually take away the moisture from the hair with a hair iron. Definitely using products that are sulfite-free, products that don't contain any parabens. So people are wanting to use more vegan-friendly hair care on their hair. The other thing is obviously they want to use more gentle color on their hair so that the hair doesn't dry out too quickly. People are looking for natural ways to style their hair. quicker, easier looks, and they don't want to spend a lot of time in the salon.
Today I'm basically going to be giving you some quick hints on how to get some quick glam hair. So, we are using today Glam Palm. I'm using the new wand. And pretty much just going to place it onto the roots of the hair and carry on all the way to the ends in a downward spiral motion. Hold it on for 3 to 5 seconds and release for a perfect curl. Repeat until you got the desired look.
Well, we were out on Thursday night at a kinging event at the Turbine Hall in Newtown, Johannesburg, at an event that brought food, fashion, dance and art all under one roof. We caught up with the young industry makers and found out from them what it means to be shaping up the future of South Africa through their artistic disciplines. Take a look.
I'm reporting to you live from Turbine Hall, Johannesburg, South Africa. Stairs, Kinging, Anati, the electronic bushman. Many blessings your way. It's consistent up in this
There's so much bad news happening all the time. People are always covering that, but very few people are focusing on the good things that's happening. So for Steers, it was all about, they started the movement, and this movement is all about telling stories of young people who's made it, who succeeded, and tonight's another good example of all of that,
Basically, a king in the real term is like somebody you worship, but in the case of this, it's somebody who's taken it from a point of them starting something, working hard on something, and progressing with something to such a point that brands like Steers then recognize them. And with this campaign, they chose only the best of the best in their sphere to be a king.
Whatever industry you're in, the title is always there hanging, and it's literally like up to you to go up and like just grab the crown and crown yourself.
I think for me, just, getting the platform to be able to express myself creatively, speak to other youth and just tell them that, anything is possible. We're trying to step outside of the box, give people an opportunity and, just share the light, share the torch, give each other information and knowledge, everything's about empowerment, education, and just bringing each other up, Like, we need to see each other doing well.
The young people right now, we're doing new things. It's not just, one way of kinging it. We're kinging it in all the different spheres. Politicians, we're beautiful young people. I'm inspired by young people every day.
The youth has always been interested in the creative space or anything to do with creativity because it comes so naturally to them, And the reason for that is because also they get to be something more than what is expected of them. And looking at Youth Day, we just need to say, where do I see Africa? What's this imagination of a new dawn in Africa? And we need to use our creativity to affect that change that we want to see. And by the way, creativity alone does not work as an island. It needs to collaborate with the engineers, with the law, you know what I mean? So it's very important that as much as we all want to be creative, some of us are actually better at administration.
Okay, so the message I have for the youth is don't stop trying to be unique. You are already unique. Trying to be unique is kind of paradoxical. Just draw, do whatever you want, and it will come across unique as long as you are truthful to yourself and you are honest to your story.
So the one thing I want to say is, be a king in your own right, and a king is not just based on gender. A king is just being great at everything you do.
That Kinging event was definitely lit. The internationally acclaimed 5 times Grammy award-winning Ladysmith Black Mambazo is performing at the State Theatre to commemorate the centenary of the late world icon, former President Nelson Mandela. They came fresh from winning their 5th Grammy Award with their latest album, Shaka Zulu Revisited, earlier this year, which they also dedicated to Madiba. They're with us today in studio to tell us more about their plans. Tumelang Lere. Welcome to Trendz.
Thank you very much.
That was a beautiful performance. We know that you opened last night at the State Theatre. Can you tell us a bit about how it was?
Oh, it was amazing. Performing for people at home. It reminded us it's very different from performing in America or abroad or in UK. People just know all the songs and they just sing with you. They make it easy for you. You just start the song and then they sing. So, job done, well done.
Last week I saw you at the at the Constitution Hill.
Yes.
And I must say, you guys are very flexible. Like, you jumped, you did all those things, and were still able to sing. How do you do it? How do you stay fit?
I think it's a training. You train yourself to do that. Because the dancing, in fact, in our culture, in music, is something that you do all the time. But you have to train yourself to maintain the note and the rhythm of the song, also do the dancing.
So in this performance at the State Theatre is to commemorate and celebrate the centenary of the Nelson Mandela. Tell us a bit about why you decided to do that.
It's because Tata Mandela has been a very good friend to Ladysmith Black Mambazo. When we first performed for him at his birthday in 1993, he came up on stage and told us that our music have been a great inspiration for him when he was still in jail, and he wanted us to keep up the good work. And from then he invited us to all the events that he was going around the world doing. And the first one was when he went to receive his Nobel Peace Prize in Oslo, and from then when he was being inaugurated as a president. So he's our hero, and he inspired. It was very nice for him to tell us we inspired him, but he is our inspiration. So to celebrate his centenary, it's something that we felt we should do.
Speaking of heroes and people that are inspirational, 5 Grammy Awards. I mean, how do you guys keep doing it? What's next?
What we are looking forward now is to be able to inspire the young people in South Africa. Just to remind them that the talent here in South Africa, it's amazing. The world is hungry for it. So they should do it, and then they should just believe in themselves. But the trick is, when it comes to music or anything, you have to be a working hard person, and you have to be constant, and don't settle for the less. Just try to be the best.
And we're seeing that with movies such as Black Panther that have come out and have literally taken Africa and put it on the forefront and have made so many people celebrate it more than how they were seeing it. How do you feel when you're out there and more people are acknowledging you and the group that you are?
It's very encouraging to see the world is celebrating our continent. I think it's something that we should work hard toward it, because that's important. It shows that what we have is important.
So for this last award that you bagged was for a remake of the Shaka album,
Shaka
right?
Zulu, yeah.
Shaka Zulu Revisited.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about what music we can be expecting from you after this.
Now we are working on a new album, because after we got this the 5th Grammy, for us, because my father retired in 2014, and it's now Babu Albert Mazibuga and his brother, and most of us are new members, me and my brothers. So it's like we are starting. It's the beginning of our
career. So we're gonna work hard. We're working on recording a new album now, but most of the things that we want to do is to keep spreading the peace around the world, because that's the mission of Ladysmith Mambazo. When my father and Bab Albert started the group, they wanted to spread the love, show the people from around the world that South Africa is a beautiful place. So that's what we're going to keep on doing.
So when speaking of sound, are you planning on tweaking it or getting a revamp of the sound? Should we expect something along those lines?
No, because the music that we are doing is traditional music, and that's what we want to promote. We want to promote our culture, our music. We are open to any collaboration. Anyone want to work with us, we can contribute, and they can contribute to what we are doing. But ours is to stay true to our tradition and keep our music.
So for tonight, State Theatre, 8 o'clock, right?
Yes.
And Sunday, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Okay, so there you go. That was Ladysmith Black Mambazo. They are here with us in studio to tell us more about all the plans that they have for the year and the performance that they're having at the State Theatre. Do go there tonight at 8 o'clock and tomorrow at 3. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
Special assignment. Crime keeps the society in terror and pain. Why so?
If someone phones me, tells me, okay, look, you need a solver, and I get you all driving, I'll take it.
What pushes normal people to be so hard, heartless, and brutally kill one another?
The other side of it could be more for their own psychological need. It might be part of a sexual fantasy that they have. It could be about power and control.
After proper investigation is followed, the perpetrator gets arrested.
It's quite a massive process. And I've taken the work I've done, so I think justice is served.
Emotional scars remain.
We would pay any price to get him back, and the sad reality is that it's gone.
Special assignment. We unravel the truth every Sunday at 21:30.
Our stories.
How do I begin?
Our lives. When all seems to fail, we will raise our voices a bit louder for our justice.
I went into absolute shock. My whole body was shaky. I couldn't hold a phone, but there he was. I couldn't believe the nonchalance that they were still in the area 2 weeks later.
And in times when the justice system is not able to help us with our individual battles,
I'm willing to do anything. What are you doing? Nothing. Feeling sorry for yourself? No, it's not an option.
These are our stories on Cutting Edge Channel 404.
Welcome back to Trendz. The 8th annual Soweto Fashion Week is currently underway at the Soweto Theatre. The theme for this year's event is inspired by the American superhero film Black Panther. The main sponsor of the fashion showcase wants women to feel black and flawsome. Trendz was invited to this event in Maboneng that had a female-centered discussion celebrating the many flaws which form part of our identity, with the hair topic at the center of the discussion. Let's take a look. Tonight we are celebrating being black and flawsome. That's the hashtag for today. What does that mean for you?
Black and flawsome is about accepting your own true beauty from inside to outside. Often we get caught up in plastic beauty, fake beauty, and people get lost in all of that. People lose confidence. We all grew up being told that maybe you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, you are not fair enough. or you are too tall, you're too short. That all doesn't matter. What matters is embracing who you are, what God made you to be, and going with that. But because what else can you do? Are you gonna go spend a whole lot of money? Not that we dissing people who want to look a different way, but true beauty, the true and authentic beauty, is about accepting who you really are.
For Soweto Fashion Week, you are looking into the theme that is inspired by Wakanda. Tell us a bit about the hairstyles that we should be looking into.
Okay, so we took a lot of inspiration from the movie, The Black Panther. So people are going to be seeing a lot of looks that were inspired by the Queen Mother, that were inspired by basically all the actors and actresses that were in the movie. Are going to be the inspiration for our collection in the Soweto Fashion Week. We have a lot of amazing and interesting hairstyles, colors also.
Also, the Queen Mother, who was the centerpiece of everything that was happening there. There are areas where she was wearing white hair, grey, sprinkles of black and grey, and then the breaks of colors like your green, Afrocentric colors. So that's where our Black Panther inspiration collection came from, and that's what you're going to be seeing. That just was a little bit of a snippet of the dress that was made from hair extensions. That's what you're going to be seeing, and a whole lot more on the stage.
You are decked out in hairpiece, girl. You're highly flammable. Talk to me. How does it feel to be in this dress?
Godly, like I feel blessed because it's all hair. Like darling, hair is what we tell about. Hair is our growth, everything.
How do you feel about that whole stereotype where someone would say, no, you just have to keep your afro, or if you're wearing a wig, you're not natural or something?
I think that's boxed in itself, that mindset that you can only be African in a fro, or you can only be beautiful in a wig. I think women should be allowed to do whatever they want to do. I switch it up. I go from braids to weave to natural. I do it all. I think our hair allows us to do that, and so we should embrace that and go all out.
You heard it from Amo. Switch it up, honey. Live your best life. Why not? Well, South Africa's most iconic luxury designer, David Tlale, continued his bridal collection journey with a third showcase of his bold, colorful and classy bridal range. The inspiration behind the collection is not only to make the brides feel beautiful, but also gives them an edge of fashion on their special day. As usual, Trendz attended the bridal fashion show in downtown Johannesburg. Take a look.
So we take men and women out of their almost comfort zone, but we say we can still show you traditional because we can do a traditional princess dress, but it's all about let's set trends and let people look fashionable on their wedding day. Gone are the days where you have to just succumb to a typical white dress. You can do it, we can do it, but let's say let's have fun and wear the dress after. The choice of color is purely to say we are, setting a new trend, and like tones of salmon, peach, cream, ivory is to say let us change the game, let us change the norm. And also, you're spending so much money on a wedding dress, why not wear it again and again and look fantastic? For the guys, everybody decides to get married in a simple black tux or black and white, and which is almost very trendy. I'm like, there's so much more that people can actually wear, because people always jump into what they know. So our responsibility as a brand or as designers or as a creative industry is to teach people what we do, what we are all about, and where we are heading. The bridal collection is purely for every kind of woman. Skinny, matured, biggish. I mean, also with men, any kind of man can wear it. But also just to say, break the walls and be amazing.
Nommer 37, released in South African cinemas this weekend, hailed as yet another brilliant film to come out of Mzansi. The film had its world premiere at the South by Southwest Film Festival in Texas in the United States recently to rave reviews, and premiered just this week on home soil in Johannesburg. And of course, we were there. Take a look.
Stekiniko head office in Sandton played host to another celebration of film this past week with a VIP screening. From director Nosipo Dumisa and Gambit Films comes Afrikaans film Nommer 37.
Wat's dit?
Iets om vir jou te help om dit te kom. Dumisa hails from KwaZulu-Natal, but the film is set in the Cape, where she studied for many years.
I am from KZN, right? But actually, I moved to Cape Town when I was 17. And I've lived my entire adult life in Cape Town. And a lot of my colleagues and friends are from the flats. And I think I was so drawn to the culture and to the world in any case. And then the idea wasn't actually, the original concept wasn't mine, but I was so drawn to it that I wanted to develop it into the story. I think there's several messages in the film actually, and I think that's part of what I'm so proud of about it, is that it's so layered. But I think the key thing beyond everything else is we wanted to talk about greed versus survival and what you need, you know? So the question for me at the end is, Randall wants a better life and he's willing to do anything, even criminal acts to do it. Pam, his girlfriend, the love of his life, his anchor and his conscience, says, grew up in the same world, and she says, you're enough for me. And the question is, at what cost do we go for that better life?
The story tells of Randall, a recent paraplegic who was injured through his dangerous lifestyle. Once wheelchair-bound, he returns to his home in the Cape Flats, where with the support of his loving girlfriend, he must learn to cope with his new way of life. The story takes a big turn when he witnesses a murder from his flat and uses it as leverage against the killer to get out of his own debt.
You know, when we talk about the Cape Flats, we often think gangs and impoverishment, which is true, but it's also people that survive, you know, and this is a survivor story. It's a story about people that survive and come out of it and learn a good lesson in a very tough way. As you'll watch this film, you'll see step by step by step, every step that Randall takes gets him in a worse position. And you often ask yourself, come on Randall, what are you doing? We can't even fathom how huge this is, of the issue of losing the mobility, your ability to walk and do things for yourself. And so that appealed to me. I like character-driven stories. I like stories that ask of me to become something that stands out, you know, that's a bit distinguished.
The role of Pam, Randall's girlfriend, is played by Monique Rockman, and though she is small in stature, she has a huge heart and represents the struggles women go through on a daily basis and how they are able to overcome it.
Pam is Randall, his girlfriend, his very loyal girlfriend. So when Randall loses the use of his legs, she becomes his legs, and I feel like she's very strong, but she's so vulnerable. But the strength lies in her vulnerability, and the plot really thickens with Pam throughout the movie, and you kind of see her character arch growing. And like, I can't give too much away, but I'm just saying, like, for me to be able to play such a strong female character was really, really nice.
The story is a dangerous thriller which will keep you on the edge of your seat. It opened in cinemas on June 1st, so go check it out.
News at 9. We go beyond the headlines of the day and breaking news to bring you all the angles and in-depth analysis of stories that impact your life. We are on the ball with all economic stories. Our bureaus around the globe are ready to connect you to events as and when they happen. So join us every day at 9 to zoom in on the day's big stories.
Corruption both in the public and the private sectors needs to be combated.
Where there are clear cases of wrong that has been done, that must commence immediately.
Something is being done about corruption in our country.
Currency, even although it strengthened dramatically after the ANC's recent elective conference, could conceivably go stronger yet.
He had a soul that would not be for sale.
Stay tuned to Your World for your final news roundup, Monday to Sunday at 21:30.
Welcome back. Come October this year, the Ticket Pro Dome will see one of the biggest fitness events of the year, Fiber Global Fitness Africa. Visitors will get a first-hand experience into the latest fitness and health trends from around the globe. This past week, we got a sneak peek of that and what to expect later on this year. So take a look.
The 3-day FIBO Global Fitness event will present an exciting summit and festival showcasing all that is hip, happening and futuristic in the world of fitness, wellness and health. We visited Go Health Gym in Johannesburg this week, where we previewed the event and a handful of key speakers who say fitness changed their life. The FIBO Fitness event invites people from all walks of life to enjoy all the world of wellness has to offer.
Fitness is a personal journey, and our theme for this year is Find Your Fit in Fitness. FIBO is really going to showcase the variety of different ways that you can start your fitness journey. It's also going to be able to encourage people to learn more about fitness, and if you are a fitness professional and a pro athlete, there's going to be ways for you to find different things on what to do and improve what you already know on. And for me, this is really what sets FIBO apart from other fitness shows. So we've curated an experience that provides a 360-degree approach to health, wellness and fitness.
8 unique zones have been developed for the event, consisting of fit body, fit food, fit gear, fit kids, fit studio, fit tech, fit travel and fit wear. While attending the preview, we got our fit on with the help of a personal trainer named Kyra, who's been an expert in the industry for many years.
What I gave you guys was a high intensity interval session. So this means you do an exercise for a certain amount of time and then you've got a small little break in between to get to the next session. This gets that heart rate going straight up and coming straight down, and it's a nice little cardio workout. You can see you sweat, your heart rate goes right up and you're really tired afterwards. So it's a nice intense workout. I would say the biggest tip I could give is to be as consistent as possible. So if you can just keep the eating 80% clean, 20% all the yummy, nice, warm, comforting foods, and then just to be as consistent as you can with your exercise, whether it's walking, swimming, coming to the gym for a weight training session. It's just consistency basically. So it's to get up in the morning, even though it's dark, and you meet your training buddy and you help each other to keep motivated.
So if you're looking to get fit or just find out what's the latest trend, check out the Ticket Pro Dome from the 25th to the 27th of October 2018.
That's certainly one to look out for. I'm definitely going to be there, so do yourself a favor and be there too. Well, mining is just one of the topics that are really spoken about in the entertainment industry, right? It's often deemed by some as a complicated and serious subject, but one musician that is using music to change that perception, a guy called Lesedi Lekaraba, has released a new album titled Mine Boy, intended at encouraging the young to develop interest in the mining field. He's here with me to talk about his music career. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. So, mining engineering and now you're a musician. Tell us about the transition.
Yes. You see, with this project, what I'm trying to do is to change the behavior and the perceptions of people towards the mining industry.
Yeah.
Hence, encouraging young people, which is youth, to start and develop an interest into the field. You know?
Okay.
And also the issues of safety in the mining industry. We're trying to push those safety aspects.
So all those aspects are part of your lyrics in the music, or how do you do this?
Yes, those part of safety aspects are part of the music and the lyrics. Yeah, if you listen to the album Mining Drums, you'll hear all those safety aspects on the lyrics.
Wow. Yes. Okay, so tell us about some of the people that you've worked with on this project.
You know, on this project, I work with the best producers in the country: Infinite Boys, Trademark, DJ Tira, Prince Bulo, DJ Siso, DJ Zaymaya. You know all those people. Yeah.
Are you dropping a video, or have you already dropped? What's happening?
Yes,
what can we look out
is
for?
Coming up. It's called Safety Project, featuring Prince Bulo of Afrotainment.
Yeah.
Yes, and the video is coming up shortly after.
Safety Project.
Yes, Safety Project is the name of the singer.
Okay, tell us about the sound, because now we're already thinking it's in the lyrics. Are you rapping? What kind of sound should we expect?
Yeah, the sound, the album is mining drums. So those drums is different, dance and everything, but putting mining into the lyrics. Yes,
so like so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the lyrics in Fanakalo language. The lyrics are in the Fanakalo, which is the mining language.
Wow, that's really cool. So tell us a bit about where we can find you, where we can follow you. Any shows that you're going to be doing anytime soon?
Yes. I think I will be with Afrotainment at Taboo next week. And then also as well, and then you can check me on The Mind Boy on Facebook, at The Mind Boy 01 on Twitter, and The Mind Boy Instagram. Yeah, The Mind Boy, The Mind Boy, The Mind Boy.
The Mind Boy, so safety first. Ne? So you're going to play out with a song called?
Safety Project.
Safety Project. That's a wrap. That's how we're going to leave today. So from myself, Selepe, and the rest of the team, it's a goodbye from us. Take it away.
Tapela.